sabes.
Vaya, suena. Juliana, qué buena eres. Qué buena eres, Juliana. Juliana, qué buena eres. Qué buena eres, Juliana. Juliana, qué buena eres. Qué buena eres, Juliana. Juliana, qué buena eres. Qué buena eres, Juliana.
All right. Joel, come on back to your chair. Come on, Joel.
You're trying? Nice.
Seguimos.
It's episode 60 of the Medellin Podcast, or Colombia Podcast. I just said Medellin Podcast.
I've got my frying pan. What do you have?
I got a guitar.
Yeah. But is it non-stick? This is a non-stick.
And what are you drinking today, Joel?
I've given up drinking because for the future of the show, I think I should just stop. How about you? What are you drinking?
Nothing.
Well, I was lying, and I have a beautiful gin and tonic with mandarina and some flor de Jamaica. You guys are dry mouths. Can we get these people some drinks, motherfuckers?
Yeah, I would love a drink.
Episode number 60, 100 minus 40. We're almost there, and then after that, we're quitting. If you want us to quit,
Hit the
send
like
a message.
button.
Hit the like button if you want us to quit. Get us to 10,000 followers, and we will quit. Not. Episode number 60 of the Colombia Podcast.
Let's go. Welcome to the Colombia Podcast. My name is Andrew Messia.
I'm Joel Duncan.
And you are?
Juliana Grisales.
Juliana Grisales.
I wish I were born with a last name
Yeah.
like that, Joel Grisales.
What episode are we on, Joel?
We're on episode number 60, believe it or not. I can't
Episode
even believe
number
we got
60.
to 60. Well, I
Yeah.
can't believe it, but I never thought that
Yeah.
we'd be sitting
I never
here.
thought we'd hit your age.
I like the number.
60. Episode 60. We're live. We have a live studio audience. Mi gente. Yes. We do. Mazamorra.
Mazamorra. We even got the Mazamorra woman in here that
Yeah.
walks around Manila. She's
We
she doesn't
do.
understand a word we're saying, but she's up in the podcast. She calls it a podcast.
A podcast and podcast.
And,
So for
she's
those of
here.
you guys that don't know, we do record this in one of our apartments, and so if you do hear like ambient noises, it's because the street's right there, and we've got like 100 people up in here.
Yeah.
So if you would like to be part of the live studio audience,
But we did check their temperatures before they came in here because
we have the little temperature checker.
35.
They're all wearing masks. They're all wearing their face masks. They're all they all got the vaccine.
Low space mask. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
So we're good.
There's one person here. I don't even want to talk about it, but if you look over there, of course, that one person has a mask on.
Like she's got two on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So anyway. So episode 60.
How are
and
you feeling though? How are
I'm
you
feeling great. Today's a good day. It's Friday night. Although we're locked down at 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, locked down at 12 o'clock. We're supposed to be home, right? Or you
Something
can't
like
be
that.
out.
You can't be out on the street after 12 o'clock.
You can't be out. You can't be out.
But I'll just say something. Like after the last episode when Lita interviewed us, I realized I got more in touch with my sensitive side.
Really?
So
that
today I'm about to go deep on like the sensitivity and stuff. So you know, I may have not have shown that in the last 59 episodes, but Lita brought that out. You know, she asked us like all these different. If you didn't watch the last episode and you want to get to know, for example, if this is the first time you're watching this podcast, I suggest you go back to episode number 59 and you learn a little bit about me and my friend here, Andrew Messia, who people say we're inseparable and we are not capable of loving anyone else other than the two of us. Check out that episode. That's apparently comments. That's a comment on the last
That
episode.
was a real comment.
Real comment. Real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's kick this shit off.
Yeah.
man.
What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking some gin and tonic, the way
that's
that
what
I
I'm
do it.
drinking,
You
too.
know, a little bit of the mandarina, locally grown fruit.
Oh, I didn't get mandarina.
Sorry,
That's cool.
And what are you drinking, ma'am?
Same.
Same. You like gin and tonics?
Yes.
This is her first time
My
drinking.
favorite, yeah. This is my favorite.
Juliana's
okay.
so small that like if we go out and it's past 12, I could just put you in a wrappy bag and we can just, I'm going on my bicycle.
We just gonna start trashing our guests before we even. We roasted. This is actually a roast of Juliana. She doesn't know.
Like, it would be worse if like, oh, you're so big.
Yeah. No. Wow. You're so small. I could put you in a wrappy bag.
Okay, so we're
cute.
That's cute.
That's cute.
That is cute. Yeah, like, to go deliver you. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we're talking about tourism today. We're talking about different things: life in Colombia, tourism, owning a business, running it during times of COVID. Which is
so wait a
obviously
second.
very
Are
difficult.
we doing the intro? Is she gonna introduce herself?
Yeah, we're gonna.
You want to introduce yourself, or is Andrew gonna be like the MC and
No.
introduce you?
I was just gonna ask you. Please introduce yourself.
Wow. Okay. So good night, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I'm Juliana. I born and raised the majority of my life in Pereira, that is in the coffee region. For the travelers to be like, the location is nearby Salento or the Cocora Valley, that is mostly in the path of all the travelers in Colombia. I study a commercial engineer in my hometown, and after that.
Before you went to Bolivia, right? But we're gonna get to that.
How do you know that?
You don't worry about it. Girl, before you became a Bolivian national. All right, let's talk about this. Yeah,
in 2007, I get graduated from commercial engineer, and then in 2015, I traveled to Bolivia for 6 months. I was doing an internship with a Swiss company producing coffee in high altitude. I was traveling also all that year South America, so it was a great year to have vacation and work in the meantime. Then I come back to Colombia and I decide to come to Medellin and being here to build a company with my partner.
When was this?
2000. I came back in 2015.
Okay, so a while. Yeah.
Yes, and the company started in 2016.
2016.
So now it's like 5 years that we are doing this.
This is the year that Andrew lost his virginity. I know because we were roommates and I heard him yell, "Oh my God, finally!"
Oh,
It was 2016.
that's not good
I
to
cannot
hear.
deny that.
Just in case nobody ever knew the year. Okay. Oh, I got it recorded. I record everything, so I can send it to you in your inbox.
I'm waiting for this year to get graduate as a professional guide, and that at least is going to be like the end of my study for a couple of years. I'm not going to study anymore.
We're definitely going to talk more about that. About this certification.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I'm very interested in talking to you because obviously you own a travel company. Can you tell us a little bit about your company, what the name is, what it is?
Top 10 Tours in Medellin is actually a webpage. It's www.top10toursinmedellin.com. We created in 2016 with the idea to have the most amazing and spectacular experiences in Medellin and surroundings. So we have a menu or a list of 10 activities everyone is looking to do when they come to Medellin. So we have a mix. We have adventure tours, we have cultural tours, transformation, that is, for example, the Commune 13. They don't use they're not polite to say his name tour. You already know, you figure out who it is. Coffee tour, paragliding, ATV, pit bikes, mountain biking, our 2,000 meter descent, that is the number one, or was the number one in TripAdvisor. All the stuff that everyone is looking when they come to this city. Guatapé obviously is one of the most popular ones that we have, and this is how it's been like that for 4 years because we closed in 2020, but we are here again.
Yes. Yeah, we finally have tourism again.
Yes.
So I guess let's talk about like tourism in regards to before COVID. How was Top 10 Tours Medellin? Because I remember seeing flyers everywhere. I'd see you guys out on the street all the time before COVID. So tell me about the business before COVID. How was it going?
Before COVID was a lot of people traveling. We were moving 1,000 people per month. That's
Wow.
a lot of people. We were quite busy, obviously. That's why you saw me or saw all the team like outside, one place to the other. We are still in all the hostels and hotels. They are already open. That they are still in business. A lot of them they closed, but
A lot of hostels?
yes,
Okay.
in a lot of hotels also.
Do you have any numbers on that? Do you know how many hostels closed during in this area?
In Manila, a lot of them, at least 5, 6 of them that disappear. But also there are coming more that open new ones, bigger formats. So, well, everything is like going. It's slower now. Obviously, let's say bigger changes. Now we don't have Europeans. Europeans are not traveling. Now it's North Americans, mostly USA. Canadians are not traveling right now, but
Because
we
they're scared
have
of everything. We're scared of most.
and because they're restricted, like a lot
and
of
we're scared.
restrictions, and
Trust me,
you're
we're
scared. Okay,
people.
you
We're
were
very-
scared.
Yep, scary.
Well, so I will say USA is more adventurous, maybe.
Yes.
They are looking
They
for new
survived Donald Trump.
experiences, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe they are run away from their country.
Yeah,
I don't
running away.
know.
I think that's probably it.
So many options.
Yeah.
But thanks to them, thank you, Travelers for USA. We are moving our business since October 1st. So it's slow.
for you.
Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's busy, but we are in there.
Right. Okay. So when COVID hit, you guys had to shut down completely, right?
7 months, yes.
7 months completely.
7 months
What'd
completely
you do
shut.
during that time?
Yeah. What were you doing? Like just at home?
Netflix.
I was working for 4 years, like non-stop. So for me, COVID was an opportunity to have a vacation, to have time to do other things. Fortunately for us, we had the money to resist. So we were
And it was 4 years of
thinking
growth.
New projects.
4
but-
years of you were going up for 4 years.
yes.
So was 2020 your best year in business?
Well, if that didn't happen, maybe yes, because
Oh, that
Everything
2019 was the best year then.
let's say yes, 2019.
Okay.
But 2020 was really good. 3 months, almost 3 months, 2 months and a half, really, really good. But maybe that's why I needed to stop.
I know. Yeah, I noticed you dressing
Maybe it was
different.
too
You know, getting your
fast.
hair
Yeah.
done. I've seen you over the years walking around Manila. I've seen your progression. You know what I mean?
Everyone, I think Chief also.
Yeah, I expected you to pull up in a Mercedes and shit in 2020, but you kept it home. I swear before you used to ride around on a little bicycle with a flower and a little puppy and shit, and then next thing you were just strutting in your Gucci. Well, no, she was never in her Gucci and stuff, but it's
My helicopter.
your helicopter. That was coming. You were gonna do helicopter tours to Watape.
I just kept one bike, one downhill bike.
Very nice. Did you feel during the, because I know, I mean, I don't think Andrew less than me. We weren't really stressed, but when like 80%, 90% of your business gets knocked out in a week, where you're like, nothing's gonna happen to us, and then suddenly people are like, stop all marketing, we can't do anything. I was like, oh shit.
At
Like-
the beginning, I wasn't believing that was happening. That started the first days of March.
Yeah.
And I said, like, I don't know, let's wait. When they said nobody can land in Colombia, so then we are going to be like...
Did you think it was real, though? Did you think it was a real thing happening? Or you're just like,
At the beginning, no, that was unreal.
Okay.
That was like too much to be
Okay.
real. But on the 17th of March of 2020, we sat down, like JJ and me, we sat down and we said, like, it's happening, we are closing.
What's a JJ?
JJ is my partner, Canadian.
Okay.
He's
Scared? Is he scared?
off.
Just life because he's Canadian? Because
Oh, he's Canadian.
No. No,
okay.
now he's half Colombian, so now he's...
And he has that big ass dog.
And he has that
Yeah,
big...
nobody's
By the way,
scared.
this girl's partner. She says my partner. I don't know if she's talking about JJ or the dog, because that dog is scary. We sit in the
It's a
coffee
Great
shop.
Dane. It's a Great Dane,
a
no?
Neapolitan Mastiff.
A Neapolitan Mastiff.
The
like-
biggest dog in
If you've ever been to Manila, you've probably seen, him walking the dog or the dog walking him. Literally, it's like this dog. I can't imagine his shits. Like,
it's like
mountain.
1 kilo.
Yeah, you gotta bring
1
like.
kilo.
Wow, that's the size of the shit. Okay, cool. That's nice. That's what you guys think
amazing.
about.
That's all I think about at night. Like, what's his dog's name?
Zeus.
Oh yeah, that's a fitting name.
That's all you think about, Zeus shit at night.
But
they've got their routine, by the way. JJ and Zeus.
They have their
routine.
There's this, and seriously, I don't know if they did this shit on Google SketchUp or like some sort of rendering program, but JJ comes up the hill. And then he does this pause, and he always has this stick, and he throws the stick in the same place. I don't know, he should be an Olympic athlete. And he throws the stick, and Zeus goes running, and they do the same thing every single day. He's an entrepreneur. He's accustomed to the hustle. Is he a big hustler? What's JJ like? Tell us about JJ.
JJ has a lot of experience in tourism. He's my partner since the beginning. We built top 10 tours together. We went out to the hostels and hotels together to build this. He's the director of operation of the company. To explain that is like he is who is creating all these experiences, these packages, how people is going to travel, how they are going to enjoy it. And me, the part that I do is that I sell it.
So you're the salesperson.
Right now, yeah, that's my strength. Let's say sales and all the jobs that I had. So I'm pretty an expert in it. He's the director of operations. He has everything ready for me. I go and I sell it. I organize it. You go with your guides, your transportations, and you have a great experience.
So you're sales. He's operational. So is this? So you've been selling for a long time. Zara, Bershka.
Oh.
So what? How does this fashion transition happen? I don't know. I mean, I read your resume. It's online.
Ooh.
You know that, right?
No much.
There's a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, really?
Oh, I got that. I got it.
Okay.
So what? You worked in fashion before, or what? What's going on
I
with
work
it?
in fashion for 3 years, more or less. So
Why'd you give that up?
I started working in a disco club that was really popular in my city. The name was Mint. In there we receive a lot of singers, famous singers, Juanes, Lucas Arnau, all these guys that were in the trend at that moment. Andres Lopez made the Pelota de Letras in the disco club. Andres Cepeda went for concerts a couple of times, like Ever Bark, a lot of singers that at that time. There was 2000, maybe 2001, 2002, 2000.
I think what everybody wants to know at this point
I was
is
19.
how old
I
is
was
this
19.
woman? Okay, there we go. It's like, holy shit. And then in World War II, I carried the hand grenade. Like, what the hell? Okay, cool. All right.
Then I quit. I finished the university in 2007, and I started to work in tourism in 2010. I started in a luxury hotel, 10 luxury rooms, and spa, restaurant, and events.
Okay.
From there, I jumped. That was 2009, 2010. In 2012, I jumped to fashion. So I went to work with Bershka, that is Grupo Tex Moda in Colombia. 2 years after, I went to I changed of brand, and I went to Zara. So I live in different cities in Colombia.
Working for Zara?
Working for Zara. I work in Bogota, in Cali, in Barranquilla.
Wow.
And Bershka was working in Pereira, in my home city. And then I traveled. I quit in 2014, at the end of 2014, and then I started to travel in 2015. That was my year. I did South America. I lived in Bolivia for 6 months, and I was traveling.
Did you know is it JJ or T? What is it?
JJ.
JJ. I gotta remember that. Did you know JJ back then?
Yes, in 2015.
Damn it. I was gonna ask you what you thought of Bolivian men.
I was taller.
You were taller than the Bolivian men?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow.
I am 5'1".
And you're taller than the Bolivian man.
I should go over there and play basketball. I'll be like
Andrew would be like a superhero. Fucking Captain
My
America.
cousin called me like, Juliana, do you feel like Giselle Bundchen? I was like, oh yeah.
Man, that's when I would have taken all my selfies and shit. Just
I had my hair really long and I was blonde, really blonde, so I look white. So
Yeah.
the Bolivians didn't look at me. Like they thought I didn't speak in Spanish, so
but why wouldn't they try to, like, if I were a shorter Bolivian man, 4'3", and I saw, you know,
this model.
a 5'1", like you're
I'm
legitimately
5'1".
you're legitimately 8 inches taller than the average Bolivian at this point.
That's not good.
But you didn't get out on like you know, fashion shoots and shit there. Like, you're a Colombian woman living in Bolivia in like the salt flats. Like, you didn't launch a career into fashion then?
No. No.
sad.
I was far away from the city. I was 2 hours away in a small town called Coroico. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be the first touristic town in Bolivia, but it's kind of like nobody think about it. It's like a messy town, but it's nice. It was nice experience. I really like it. I traveled to Chile and Argentina. Before that, I already traveled Ecuador and Peru. I came back to Colombia. I went to travel San Blas Islands in Panama,
Which I love personally.
I wanted to see them before they're already gone.
They're not gone.
But they're already 30 gone, like sunk.
Really?
See. So I wanted to see it and was beautiful, yes, but I think I prefer San Andres and no San Andres, Providencia.
Traveler's tip, by the way. I'm just gonna stick a pin on this one. Traveler's tip. One of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in my life, and I've been to a few beautiful places. I would say it's the San Blas Islands, which rests. It's nestled between, as we travel writers would say, between Panama and Colombia. And actually, if you're looking for a trip, if you're coming to Colombia and you want a life-changing trip, something you'd be like, wow, this is spectacular. These boats, sailboats, leave from Portobelo, which is about an hour from Panama City. And these boats leave, and it's about, you can either do like a 2 or 3 day journey, or you can do a 5-day journey. I did the 5-day journey. The 3-day journey, the people like creep along the coast in like a speedboat, and you're like bumping the whole time. Or you could go in like a sailboat with a crew. And I actually came to Colombia via the San Blas Islands. And so you leave Portobelo, and you leave usually around 9 o'clock in the night. And in the morning, around 7 in the morning, you get to the San Blas Islands, which honestly is one of the most spectacular things I've ever seen. You pull up, they're literally islands with one tree. There's islands with 5, 10, 15 trees, no one there. At least, I don't know now, but that was 9 years ago. And your boat will pull up and stay there, and you stay for 2 days in between all of these islands, and you're literally I think the indigenous tribe is called the Kuna. And they come up to you with like the dugout canoes, and they sell you lobster, crab, fish, whatever, and you buy from them, and you can like literally do your campfire on a little island, no one else. And you spend like 2 days there in the middle of absolute paradise. And I met quite a few boat captains there that said that they've done a circumnavigation, which is a complete tour around the world. And the archipelago, or the group of islands there in the San Blas, is literally one of the best places that they've ever seen. That's my opinion. And I think if anybody's coming to Colombia and you want a more adventurous way to get here, or if you're backpacking through Central America, stop in Panama, go to Portobelo, and Portobelo, and you get with other tourists that are there, and you get on a boat, and it takes 5 days, and you get into Cartagena. That's the way I got here. Little insider tip, travel tip, if you want a really spectacular 5 days. Have you done
5 days on a boat? Could you do 5 days on a sailboat?
I did.
But it depends on who your crew is, who your people are.
Right.
I was with
Do they have a
14
TV?
Australians.
14
No TVs on the car?
Yeah, they were traveling
No TVs.
together. They were finishing medicine, their career, and they went to celebrate. So they were like drinking.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I think it was fun for them because every time, like every day at 6 a.m., I woke up super dizzy.
Dizzy or drunk?
No, because of the waves,
Yeah.
right? So I put the music super loud as they did it last night. So I just jumped from the boat and I start to swim. They hate me at the end, but they love me.
You're like a.
Like an evil crewmate.
I think Lita should grab that. Lita, you're in the audience today. Grab that mic. What do you think about
But
this
that
woman?
was
So pick up that mic,
funny.
Lita.
That was funny.
Listen, wait. She's talking about.
And they remember me
Wait.
still.
You don't be. Wait. Yeah, she's like It was like 7 a.m. in the morning, and the 14 Australians were sleeping, and I turned the music up.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of evil in you, isn't there?
What's the name of the singer?
Britney Spears.
No. It's Joe Arroyo.
He died a few. He's from
Joe
Barranquilla.
Arroyo.
He's from Barranquilla. By the way, I know my shit. And so you used to put Joe Arroyo on and wake up the 14 Australians as they were sleeping.
Yes. Because they didn't let me sleep.
They didn't like that's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Vengeful.
payback.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Colombia and tourism. Well, first of all, a big question that a lot of people, and I see it on Facebook groups all the time, is Colombia open? Is it open for tourism?
It's open since October 1st. We are back with all the activities. They are going every day. Right now, let's say sometimes it's slower than other days, but it's going. Didn't stop, and well, I don't think we are going to stop.
Right. But although right now, today is the 26th. Today's the 26th of March, right? Or 25th?
26.
26th of March today.
Yeah.
Today is the 26th of March, and today there is a curfew at 12 o'clock until like 4 a.m. or something, 5 a.m.
But it's okay. You can go sleep and then wake up for a tour tomorrow.
Yeah, but what I'm afraid of is that they're gonna.
What the hell is this?
That they're gonna
It's
close
okay.
us
It's
down.
not okay. Do you see these people here? They want to stay out past 12 o'clock.
But
party.
I like. For me, it's good because then you start going out
Early.
like earlier.
Yeah.
So you go 5
Yeah. So it
p.m.
forces
and
people
then
to be
at
good.
12 you're sleeping, and at 6:30 I can wake up, go to work, and then party again for since.
Wait. What do you mean?
We could just have a house
Wait,
party.
Wait.
That works for me.
Juliana, ¿qué mal eres?
That works for me.
There's
works.
people here with jobs that can't go party at 5.
A 5?
You said go party at 5.
Well, I have an advantage. I can be whatever I want to be.
Because
but-
of your tourism.
Yeah, I just need
License or
to
whatever.
have Wi-Fi, data, or something. So I'm sorry for you.
I'm gonna keep drinking. I got some shit that's gonna.
Yeah, so-
there's a little bit of evil in this woman. I'm
So for
telling
those
you.
of you guys
She's,
watching, yes, you can come to Colombia. It's open. Obviously, it depends on what country you're from, because Juliana was saying that some of the European countries can't come out here right now. But Americans are out here, and I see them a lot. I mean,
How do you tell that they're Americans? Because you're American. You're like Colombo.
yeah,
whatever.
they're usually pretty big and boisterous. Yeah,
Big and boisterous?
Big and boisterous. The BBs, BBWs. Yeah, the BBWs.
The BBW.
Yeah, so
And they travel in packs.
yeah, they travel in packs. I was
Yeah.
at the strip club the other day, and it was just like a big group of black men, and I'm like, that's Americans.
But they gotta
There's
be black though.
They were black.
You didn't see like a group of Korean men?
No, did not see a group of Koreans. Did not see a group of
Loud Koreans?
loud Koreans. No.
There was a group of 10 loud Koreans walking down to. No, that doesn't happen.
No,
It's
yeah.
usually American.
Yeah, it's usually American. Yeah, and for some reason, a lot of black guys are traveling right now to Medellin. Like
Hey.
everywhere I see them, it's
Hey.
great. It's really good because before you wouldn't see any.
I know.
Do you get
I
a lot
know.
of black people coming to your tours?
Yes, American people, yeah.
Yeah, like in groups or is it individuals?
Normally in groups.
Oh, okay. So
Can I drop
You gotta-
a little? Okay, wait. Do you see a lot of? let me tell you guys something about this.
What?
Because no, wait, I got like shit
legitimate
like ringing off.
question.
Hey, let me know. It's a legitimate question. So for all of you watching and for all the black people watching, I'm just gonna let you know. And I'm not American. I'm Canadian via Guyana. Big up to that little country which nobody knows except Venezuela because they're fighting us for oil. We're all different, man. Because to be honest, and so Americans are different than Canadians, and Canadians are different from Germans. Trust me on this. I had so many people, and for the Paisa, the Colombian people watching this, when I lived in Mexico, I'd have people say, "You're like the least black person. You're not like real black." I'm like, I'm not like real black. What the fuck does that even mean?
Because you're not poor and you don't talk.
No, this does not rub off, girl. This is there for life. This is here for my whole.
Looks real.
It's fuck, and it tastes like chocolate, so you know. It's proven. It's proven. But seriously, this goes out. This
I
goes.
look white.
You are white. But seriously speaking, Black Americans, Black Canadians, Black Guyanese, Jamaicans, Nigerians, we're all like different in personality, and we might look the same to everyone, but seriously speaking, yes, we do.
Yeah.
But seriously, there's a lot of like cultural differences. And when Andrew said, I said, so how do you tell that they're American? He's like, they're boisterous
And big. Yeah, like big meaning fat.
I recognize them because I look the passport.
Oh, you're like scientific. You look at the passport.
You look at the passport.
Because anyone can be from any country. It's like
Yeah.
if you don't know that I'm Colombian, what do you think I'm from?
That's true. Yeah, I would not think you're Colombian if I saw you.
I would say that you're like a Bolivian supermodel, maybe. I don't know, like a fucking
Just because
giant.
I'm 5'1"?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It just came out. You're a Bolivian.
No,
but anyways.
All right, go ahead.
But just a point. And again, this is nothing to do with foreigners. This has to do with like Latinos, with Colombians and stuff. It's sort of like when people used to call Andrew Mexican in California.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that Latinos are all the same, that they're all Bolivians.
Or Mexicans in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just so you know, like there's a lot of personality because a lot of people, like for example, like Paisa girls, I'm going to speak about girls because I don't know anything about the guys. They look at me like, oh yeah, that's a black guy. And their definition of a black guy is based on a black guy from the United States. And I'm not knocking on you guys because you guys are cool and you're cool. But there's just a big difference between all people from there, and I'm just throwing that out there. What the hell are you doing? You playing?
You're like playing a game?
Is
No,
she actually
I'm
playing?
not. I'm opening the WhatsApp.
Okay, all right. Stop the WhatsApp for a second.
I'm sorry, is that on bookings?
You're literally doing a booking right now?
Yes. I just say in a moment you will receive your confirmation details for tomorrow.
Oh, that's a hustler. How do you say hustler?
Always
How do you say
working.
hustler? How do you say
Hustler? I don't know. Rebuscadora?
Oh, por Dios.
Rebuscadora.
Really?
Yeah. So you're literally. I thought you were texting like your boyfriend or something.
No.
JJ,
more
can you pick
interest-
up that 5-ton shit?
Wait, JJ is
That's-
your boyfriend?
No, he is my ex-husband.
Ex-husband, business partner.
Business partner.
Can you turn the
And
camera
we'll
on my
keep it
face?
like that. We'll keep it like that.
That was Lee.
Okay, so we're gonna take an intermission and come back and talk about pizza.
Drink.
All right, Andrew, you hit it. Hit the question. I see. You tell me when you're done your
Well,
booking.
actually, before we get to your ex-husband
Uh-oh.
and your booking here, let's. You mentioned your most popular tour, which is the 2,000
2,000 meter
descent to where?
You're going.
2,000 meter descent is the downhill mountain biking that we do.
Downhill mountain biking. You go on that?
I went.
Oh, you went. Okay.
Yeah, I went.
In a little basket like ET
In a
at the
basket,
front. You ain't
in
went
a
on the
wrappy
real tour.
bag?
Don't
No, in my own bike.
Okay.
Downhill bike.
Well, downhill biking.
Okay, Grisela.
Well, okay, so where is that located? The downhill biking.
We go to the mountains at Santa Fe de Antioquia. We are going to start the descent at Horizontes, Belmira. In there, we are going to have a lunch with the community. With one of the ladies is going to cook for us.
Nice.
It's going to receive us in her house.
Wow.
And that's the sustainable tourism that we do. We involve the communities and these small areas or these small towns to come and be part of the tour,
Right.
of the experience for the traveler. So like that, we are contributing with the community. They they are almost fighting. Like, oh, okay, why is always in her house? We want in our house, you know.
course.
Yes.
So we go different ladies. With the males of the community, we clean the roads. So we clean the paths where we are going to go with the bikes.
Okay.
So like that, we are retributing to
So
this
that's
community.
the sustainability of
Exactly,
the tourism. So
exactly.
you get everyone involved, everyone gets paid.
And the traveler is getting the experience to
Of
have
the
contact with the local.
Yeah.
So that is
That's
like
pretty
all the
cool.
idea of the top 10
And
tours.
it's called what? What's the
So
tour called?
2,000 meter descent.
2000.
So you provide the bicycle.
We have the bicycle,
helmets,
the
everything.
full gear, the
Oh, full gear.
insurance of the activity. You have lunch, you have snacks, pictures, bilingual guides, transportation that is going to follow you all the road, like the support vehicle.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
So how much does something like that cost?
This tour is 300,000 pesos per person and has everything included. You are going to
like
finish
80
in
80 bucks?
$80?
approximately.
That's actually
yes.
that's
For how
really
long?
good. For how long? Yeah.
The whole day. You go 9:30 in the morning and you
That's
come back
a steal.
7:30 8 p.m.
So-
You are going to finish in a pool, big pool with a beer after you already did all the descent.
Can I do a beer before?
No.
No.
And it's called 2,000 meter
No, no,
descent
I'm not
because actually we go down 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
You start at
That's
what height?
amazing.
What altitude do you
At
start at?
2,000.
2,700.
No.
Okay. I got a question about that, and we bookmark that, the 2,700, and they're coming down. But so I've got a question for you about, and I think Lita mentioned it because Lita also does
Who?
tours. That girl
Lita.
over there with that girl Lita.
Okay,
Who?
okay.
Who? She said that. Who?
Lita la Sabrosa.
I didn't
But-
understand.
No, but she's
because
the-
I heard Carla, so
yeah,
I wasn't
Carlita.
expecting.
Carla is such like a.
I wasn't expecting the Lita. Was that?
That's your serious. Okay.
her
So she's
business
Lita.
name.
That's the
Okay.
night job name. And she does night tours to cemeteries and stuff like
What?
that.
You do night tours?
No. Let's.
No, but you talked about this whole. So there's a lot of people, foreigners included, and people are like, oh well, top 10 tours. Let me stick a pin in it for a second. Here's some. If you're coming here to do business as a foreigner, by the way, or if you're Bolivian or whatever, you're trying to like branch out, and you're trying to open a company. Usually, what happens here in Medellin and in Colombia is if you set up, let's call it a fried egg store. By tomorrow, you're gonna see 50 fried egg stores right beside you, and you're like, motherfucker, I thought I had the fried egg store market like cornered up.
Yeah.
But luckily, in tourism, or unluckily for some of us, if you want to have a tour company, from what at least Lita, who's Carla, what she told me is that you have to have at least one person or one or two people working in your company that has a tour guide license. Like legitimately, if you want to be a legitimate tour company, you can call yourself Guatapé Tours, Manila Tours tomorrow, but if people come and check you out, you're not legitimate, you don't have a person with a tourism degree or license. Is that like, so assuming that somebody comes here, they're like, man, I love Medellin,
Medellin?
Medellin, Obama, and they want to set up Poblado Park tours, and they're like, I'm gonna set this up. Can they just like go and set up a tour company, or what's the procedure for setting up a tour company?
In Colombia, to be a company, well, is the normal thing that you do is to go first to Cámara de Comercio, open a company. Mm-hmm. You decide how many employees you have, how many equipment you have, whatever. Then the difference of business is that to be a tourist business, you need to have an RNT, Registro Nacional de Turismo. It's the only thing that is going to let you sell tourism for foreigners, nationals, or whoever, but tourism, okay?
Okay.
This
RMT?
This RNT.
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 Okay.
RNT.
I'm
So
barely.
RNT.
Okay.
Oh, with the N in there.
Yeah, Registro
Nacional,
Nacional de Turismo.
Okay.
So with this permission, you can sell the tours, you can sell tickets, whatever. Even if you are a hostel, like even if you are a bar or disco club in the touristic area, you have to have it.
Really?
That's what the law says. If they don't have it, that's another thing. But you have to have it.
Remember.
Then it's a third thing in tourism. Depending what you are. If you are a travel agency just selling tickets, you are not guiding. You are selling tickets. So you don't need a professional guide. If you are selling tours, because you are guiding people, so you need the guide. If you are operating the tours.
Okay.
I'm a professional guide, almost.
After 17 years.
Yeah, I'm waiting to finish this year finally. But yes, we have professional guides for each activity. They are already professional guides, so they are in formation to be, starting to be. That a profession is not only in El Sena, that for us is like a public university in Colombia, but is where the study is for free. So
Sena.
I study for free.
El Sena or La Sena?
El Sena.
El Sena, okay.
That's the process.
But
To be legal.
To be legal. So you study
Sí.
for how many years?
It's a technology, so you must study at least for 2 years.
To get, so let me just
To
reiterate.
get graduate.
So you want to sell a tour, like you are the people providing the tour.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone, the tour guide or somebody there that has
Already.
completed this 2-year process. Is
And
it?
you get graduate, and then you ask as a guide, as a person, you ask for your RNT, Registro Nacional de Turismo, for you to be a guide selling to any company or selling to any person.
And is that what's that? Is that so you're gonna graduate?
So as a company, you have to have it, but as a guide, you have to have it.
But
Okay.
can the company, and this is something, and again, I'm asking this because I'm sure that there's foreigners that are like, okay, I know this little place in the woods where I want to take people
Or even
and
locals.
kill them. So I have my company. How am I applying for this R&T?
That's easy.
But I don't have a guide yet. I don't have somebody that's licensed in tourism. I want to set up a tourism company. I want to.
Okay.
Or are you saying that for me as a company, I can set up the company, but then I have to hire
Sí.
guides that have an
Exactly.
R&T?
So it's like, bravo. See, so it's like in two ways. Or you are a company contracting, but you need to have the register, or you are a guide guiding, and you need to have the register.
Okay.
So normally the company is going to contract the guide for the guide to go with the people.
So what happens? And this is like, because I always try to get through the back door, but then you Americans and Canadians would know what that
Wait,
means.
what?
That's fucking, yeah, I know, I can't.
trying to go
Let me try.
into the
I'm trying to
back door.
get.
Do you understand that?
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah,
That
it's
doesn't
not,
sound
good. It's not good. I try, I knock at the front door. Hey, can I come
Trying
through
to
the
go
back?
through
Okay.
the back door. That's the last.
No,
thing
but
I would-
you don't just like go to the back door. You be like,
I don't know
hey,
what you're
I'm gonna, you've got
Yeah, you
some
at least
plans.
got. You got to be
What
invited.
do you mean?
You got to be invited to the back
But
door.
you
You
can't
can't just go
roll
straight
into the back door. That's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
does that.
It's got to be like
Fuck
months,
your front door. I'm going to the back. Okay, but anyways, but
months of dinner, going out to the movies.
my
I like
question-
your hat.
I don't-
Actually, I didn't see it. It says Melo. That's cool. Anyway,
Oh, by the way, quick shout out to these guys, Afro Soul, Calle de Medellin. If you guys have been to Parque Poblado, you've seen this massive graffiti there. It says Calle de Medellin.
Wait.
That's these guys.
I thought that you had to have an afro in order to buy from Afro Soul.
I do, but
Yeah, Afro.
sometimes,
You haven't seen his bush.
Sometimes I like to switch it up. People, you might need an afro to wear this hat. I used to have one. I was 22.
20.
And since then I have not.
Now?
And now this is what I rock every fucking day. This is what you see is what you get. This is me. I got nothing more
I
to
saw
offer.
a sticker today that said it was like YouTube.
It's thicker to. Oh, your hair looks so thick and lush.
I have some products that
You
can
going
help
to try to tell me Rogaine? I had that happen in a mall in Canada. I said, "Fuck you." Anyway, but wait. Let's get
Go
back
ahead.
to the back
to
door
the tourism.
thing.
Yes, going
Back
into
to
the back door. Yeah.
So the reason I ask is that can I come and I'm like, well, I'm gonna set up, Little Piggy Tourism, and so I set up Little Piggy Tourism,
Afro-tourism.
Little Afro Piggy Tourism, and I come around through the back door, and I'm like, well, Juliana already has her tourist license, right? So I'm good to go. You start. Does the other tour guide need to have a license, or just because you have it, we're good?
But who's guiding?
Good question.
Yeah, maybe
guiding.
the other person too.
Yeah, but she started guiding. Then I hired the doctor, Dr. Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not a tour guide, but I'm a doctor.
But who's taking the
both
the
of you
flight?
now.
Can I?
Does every tour guide in a tour company in Colombia need to have a license?
A tour guide, yes.
Okay.
Is that enforceable? Like, can you?
We are in a process.
So I have a question.
We are in a process from the formalization to make it happen. So that the time to wait for the professional guides was over in 2019.
Okay.
But then we had the COVID and all the stuff, so they are kind of flexible. But that's why I'm saying, or you have to be a graduate already with a professional car guide, or you have to be studying.
To be studying. Okay.
Oh, so if you're studying, you're fine.
You're fine. Kind of.
Lita needs to study. Lita doesn't like education.
It's not that it's legal that you are studying, but you are in the process and you are taking the course as they said that you have to. Okay. Right?
So that makes it
easier.
easier.
So you are in the process. Yeah. Because the SENA is really slow. I should already finish.
Yeah.
But it's not.
2 years? Okay.
So I'm waiting for the, how do you say, the exams of the government?
Finals? Oh.
Like the ICFEX and the stuff. But this is for tecnólogos y técnicos.
I don't know what the word is in Spanish. I mean in English, but
in here is like prueba TIT, tecnólogos and técnicos.
So it's like your final exam.
It's like an exam. Yeah, the government is saying you need to take it to get graduate.
Okay.
Right? But that is like behind because of the COVID. So as it's behind, we are behind.
Yeah. You're very behind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So basically, if I come to if I come to Colombia, or let's say I am Colombian and I want to start a tour company, I can basically hire one tour guide that has a license, and then the other people could be students.
It's not ideal. If the police stop you, you're going to be kind of in problems.
Can I say something non-related to tourism right now that I just noticed?
What?
And I want the because I can only speak to the males that are trying to travel here. What she just did, I don't think it was intentional, but it's a Latina thing.
What?
So most wait, I'm gonna point out something about Latina women right now, and you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So here's what Latina women. I don't know if it's like a training course, maybe it's like a 2-year course you take with a bunch of fucking Bolivian fucking professionals, and they come in like this, and they're like, well, I graduated from such and such. I have like a spectacular vocabulary, but how do you say? And then they go into this, but how do you say? And it's like the most amazing thing you've ever heard. And you may have noticed when she said, how do you say? I just went like this. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. They all do that shit. Lita did that shit. Everyone, whenever they're like going a little off course, they go, and how do you say? They know how to say. This is some shit. You guys, this is like a YouTube video. You guys learned how do you say?
What he's saying.
But how do you say? You guys speak perfect English until it's time to turn the heat on. And then they go,
oh, I know what
and then you say,
no.
Hey,
don't you see that I'm sitting down in this and I have leather pants?
But how did you say? How did you say? I'm like, how did you say? Your vocabulary is better than mine in English. Anyways, that's a Latin trick. Don't fall for it. It works. It does work. It worked with him. He speaks Spanish. What the fuck, Lita? anyways, how do you, Andrew? That's what I'm gonna use that from now. So how did
you're gonna use that on me?
Yes.
Okay.
How did you say PlayStation?
Yeah. So.
PlayStation.
So again, so you could be any person that wants to set up a travel company, hire somebody, and then hire students, which is probably cheaper.
No, it's not like that. It's not.
Okay, so you want to hire all professionals that have
That's
graduated.
the best way. Then you don't have problems with the police.
Okay.
Because what is going to happen is that the police stop you, bring all your clients out of the vehicle, takes the vehicle, and you have to give the money back because nothing is going to happen.
No, let's be real. Let's be real.
And they are going to be super upset. What's happening,
let's
right?
pause.
I would be like, oh, this is part of the tour.
Hold on, people.
And they are in the nowhere in the road, and take a bus because it's nothing.
And that's assuming that you don't have any money to pay off the cops.
Hey, this is where I was going, by the way, and this is a show about talking real shit.
Yeah, that's assuming that you don't have. If you're a new company, you don't have maybe $300,000, maybe $500,000 or pesos cash.
How much is that, Andrew, in dollars?
It's like 100.
To do that
$200.
in front of the travelers, I do prefer to give them money back and come back and whatever. And apologize and whatever, but. To go with money, come on, police, give you money. My tourists are seeing what I'm doing. It's like.
There must be 300,000 ways that we can resolve this.
Hey, here's one of the ways.
I don't think so.
Here's how we did it in Mexico, by the way. And I lived in Mexico. I worked in tourism for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was a guide, by the way. Not registered, of course. Non-registered guide. So they'd pull us over.
There's a black guy in the jungle. That's all you need. Just a black
and not
guy.
registered.
You don't need a license. Yo,
you were born in this motherfucker. Yes, I was born in the darkness, you little fucking.
I know I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, I ain't gonna die. Hey, they're like.
And that was when you had an afro. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
Show me your tourism license.
No, I wouldn't even ask.
I'm like, I was born, motherfucker. Look at this shit. No, but for real, in Mexico, I don't know how it works in Colombia, because today I have not. I don't like to use the word bribe. I've not given a financial stimulus.
Yeah. You've never dropped some money accidentally.
No, but this is how it's done in Mexico. Mexicans that are watching this, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I've been in a car with no license, no insurance, no nothing, and you do this. You see them, right? And you take out a little fucking book that you usually have in your glove box, and you open it. Put the money just a little bit like this, you close it, and then you just hand it over.
Let's say that maybe that can work for personal.
What do you mean? Have you never tried it? You've tried it.
Personal.
Have you tried it?
Even if she's not gonna say it on freaking camera. Even if she did.
I didn't because I do not drive cars.
Okay, you should train your.
So I do not. I don't do it. I don't brave.
Yeah, and please don't bribe cops.
Let me tell you something. If it were my tour company, I would teach these guys to slip 100,000 peso into a book.
I do not have problems with the company. We follow the rules. We try to be as legal as possible. They are asking to be.
Right.
And we avoid all these problems. We have like everything in order, and we are keeping it like print for the guys.
Yeah.
To show to the police in the case they stop us, but that can be like just a few times that they stop us. Like,
but you know, Andrew, that's what we say about, you know.
And then we don't have the opportunity. So
we love you for that. You know, I know if Andrew and I ran a tour business, it would be the most corrupt tour business in the world. And we would, you know, it probably would, right? Like, can you imagine that, Joel? I gotta send all the tourists back. We're 3 hours outside of Medellin, and I could pay them 100,000 pesos, but I won't. We'd probably pay them 100,000. Not you, but you would.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Andrew? We talking about me? Andrew would pay them.
Yeah, I'd probably pay.
Andrew has already paid them. He doesn't even have a tour company. He paid. Okay, anyways.
Another question: if you're a licensed tour guide from another country, can you come here and is it valid, or you have to take all the tests and everything here?
It's not valid.
It's not valid.
It's not valid.
Like Joel can't take me to the jungle right here.
And I still don't know if mine is valid if I go to another country. I don't have it clear.
Yeah.
But probably I need to study something to validate my knowledge and then
Like
be
a
a guide in another
so
country.
Can I tell you where it would be valid?
Where?
Bolivia.
You gotta go
100%.
I'm not going back.
Why would you not? Okay, wait. For all the people who are trying to decide between Medellin and La Paz,
I'll do a real.
come on.
because it's a real thing. People Google
a
this
visa
shit.
run to Bolivia. Why not?
No one does it. I'm joking. Nobody says, should I go to Medellin or La Paz? Like, you're two different
I was
markets.
gonna go to Bolivia for the women, but
What
What
women?
happened? Whoa, say it again. Whoa. So, dude, can you do that again? Let's do that again.
I thought the Bolivian women were hot.
Can you say that again?
What?
I was gonna go to Bolivia for the women because I was swiping on Tinder, and there's some women that look like men.
See.
I'm kind of into that. No, I'm just kidding.
No. But I'll go to Santa Cruz.
Insider tip.
Santa
If you're
Cruz
going
de
to
la
Bolivia
Sierra.
to find
Beautiful.
beautiful women
Go to Santa Cruz
around
de la
5'1",
Sierra. No.
turn back. Shit.
No, they are mixed with Germans.
In Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz de la Sierra is next to Brazil, border with Brazil. So different climate, different like
Love it.
ethnic.
Ethnicity. Yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
they are mixed with white people. Sorry.
Yeah.
So probably
And you
you
know,
will
white people
see.
are beautiful.
It's not that. It's that the mix is really exotic. Let's say it like that.
Exactly.
So you are going to see like blue eyes Bolivians, and that's
Andrew.
like
Wow.
Like
right?
Andrew,
Blue-eyed
basically.
Bolivian.
Because, by the way,
Yeah.
hey, wait, I always gotta bring stuff up from last. Wait,
A
they
blue-eyed
got these
Bolivian.
nice
Yes.
mixes like blue-eyed
Yes,
Bolivians.
go,
In case
go,
people don't know,
go.
Andrew described himself as an 11 out of 10. I described myself as a 10. Because my mom told me to always be proud of myself.
I learned
And
from
you-
Donald Trump. Donald Trump said you got to toot your own horn because no one else will.
Donald Trump has a fox on his fucking head.
But he
A
became
dead
president
okay.
of the
A
United
dead
States, of the most
fox.
powerful country in the world.
This is not a political.
Anyway, so you can't come here and be a tourist guide. Yeah.
You can,
But you have to take the test or make it valid.
Is it
here. Okay.
harder
Well, it's a
for a
bit free.
foreigner to get a tourism license? That it's harder for a foreigner to set up a business. I'm just comparing the two. Is it
I
harder
don't
for a
think
foreigner to
so.
come and get a
I
license?
don't think so because the process is the same.
The course is in Spanish though.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, but open a company is going to be the same process.
But to get the license.
Requesting the guarantee is going to be the same process.
Okay.
Being a guide is going to depend on your abilities because it's going to be in Spanish.
Who's your biggest competition as a company?
Right now, maybe
COVID's my.
COVID's
Who said
your
that?
biggest
Who said
competition. That was Lily.
Lily coming through. COVID is her big. Okay,
I
cool.
would say that not all the companies are doing the same as we do. That is
Yeah.
to sell a list of activities, and mostly of them they are like specializing in one thing,
Right.
or 3-4 activities. I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe I can compare with a company that is called Palenque, that they have like a 30
Yeah.
list of activities. So maybe I can compare with them in the number of activities that we have available.
Yeah.
Because the rest they are just selling like 1, 2, or maybe 3.
You want to talk about Palenque real quick?
Well, no.
I don't
Give
know
people-
them.
I know them.
don't know
Andrew
them.
knows them.
Yeah, Palenque was like.
But I
Andrew's
hear
cousin.
them. I
Andrew's like
saw
little
them on the Viator, right? TripAdvisor or
Foreigners.
whatever.
Gringos.
So, but I don't know them.
I know them.
I will introduce you to them.
guys should
Great
team up.
guy. Great guy.
Talk to. What about great guy? Who's Palenque tour? By?
Palenque Tours.
Yeah.
It's a German guy
It's
who
a
came
German
down
guy.
here. He knows more about Colombia than most Colombians. I would say 90% of Colombians because he actually majored in South American studies. And I know this because he was actually like my first client 10 years ago, my first Colombian client that I worked for at digital marketing. So literally, if you find Palenque Tours, it's because we did the search engine optimization for them.
Yep.
So when someone searches like tours in Colombia or whatever, they come up first or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. When I look for competitors, that's like the
That's
company
Andrew.
that is in.
Andrew did that shit.
Yeah, so
He
He did that shit. You're welcome. Yo, hey, listen to that. Listen to that Palenque tour.
10 years later, still working,
It's
bro.
still
But-
working. The formula
but
still works.
I don't know if they are back. I don't know.
Oh, they're
if...
back.
Okay.
They never left.
They never
No, they never paid
Me
me to say that.
neither.
No, they're not a client.
No, but I know that their tourism company is a little different than yours. They're
Yes,
they're
exactly,
more
exactly.
like eco-tourism or like
like multiple day tourism. Yours
Yeah.
is a day trip. Yours is
No,
their-
mine is single day tour.
Right.
Exactly. No,
So wait.
theirs are not single day tours.
Oh, I got a
They don't
question.
focus
Okay,
on single
okay.
day. So they focus on. By the way, and so there's something for everyone, right?
See.
For example, Andrew loves Bolivians. I love Colombians. There's something for everyone.
Love
Love
what?
you.
I said I love you.
I love
you.
I love you. Hey, so Palenque Tours is more like you want to go on a 10-day, 9-day, 21-day from here to here to here to here, and they've got like maps of their whole thing because we did their marketing for a while. We built their website. We did a lot of things for them. But it's two completely different markets. I never did, as a guide, I never did multiple locations. I did 1 day in and out. And that's what you guys do. So if somebody, and I'm gonna, it's a
Sounds
plug.
like my love life. 1 day in and out. Just had to say it.
All right, so top 10 tours, Andrew's one life. Anyways, so wow. Is that? Do you want to ask him something about his love life? Can
No,
you
no,
just-
no.
Love life.
Yeah,
No, but no, I
talk about his
have.
love.
But
You,
do you have love life?
Do
the
we
fuck
have
is
a
all,
love
why
life?
does this always happen? Why does this all? What do you mean? Do
Oh, what
have
do you
love?
mean
No,
to
wait, wait,
us?
wait.
What do you mean to ask?
Nothing. Okay, wait, hold on.
Do you
but
two
what
have
about?
That was good.
Wait, what about walking tours in Medellin? Isn't that like a big company out here?
But they are based on tips, so I think they are not like.
Oh, that's
You
right.
can
yeah.
you cannot
it's
take them
free
like
walking tours.
exactly.
Yeah, it's free
You cannot
walking
take
tours.
them like competitors because in reality they are like not doing the
They're
same
just getting
business.
donations or tips, basically.
Yeah.
That's a crazy That's a crazy way to do a business, right?
Right.
You give the service, and you're like, whatever you want to pay me.
Why don't we do that? Free marketing.
No, but they have a like a request amount that they said like, okay, this is based on tips, but we are going to request 40,000 pesos per person, and they decide if they are going to give the 40 or what.
Yeah.
And you
No
need
wonder
to.
they were mad at me. I gave them like a 5.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't know what to give. I thought 5 was a lot. I didn't learn anything.
You are Colombian.
No.
What
I
do
didn't
you
learn
buy
anything.
with
I didn't get a value.
pesos?
I didn't learn anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I'm about to take this whole podcast and flip it on side of his head, on the other side, on the back part of his head. But I'm gonna ask you something before I start the flipping. If you, in this particular moment, if a foreigner were coming here to Medellin for 1 week and they're the intense type, like personally, when I travel, my travel style is I'm gonna chill here, I'm gonna go to this cafe, I might do a tour, I might go check out this thing. I'm not all about, let's check the agenda, 9 a.m. We're going to here, 12 a.m. because there's certain travelers that have like a packed agenda of tours.
So we have different travelers, yes. So we have the travelers who already organized their trips before to come to the country. We have maybe a younger travelers that they wait until they are in Medellin to decide what they are going to do. And depending on the time they have available, they are going to try to do the activities or super quick or wait in a few days. And we have other travelers that they are here to be long time, maybe months. So they are not in a rush to do the activities, right? And we have the nationals that they are also want to, some of the times they want to go for maybe paragliding, guatapé, graffiti tour, like see something what the people that are traveling from other countries are doing, right?
Yep.
So it's like a whole jungle out there.
But what would your recommendation be to somebody that they've only got 1 week? So the traveler that only has 1 week coming to Colombia, and you've got a top 10 list. They can't do 10 in 7 days. So what are the top 3?
Because what we do is that we have 2 full days tours, that is 2000 meter descent and Guatapé tour, full day tour.
Okay.
And the rest are half day activities that you can combine. So you can do it 2 activities in 1 day.
Okay,
right?
so hold a second.
So what I'm advising to the travelers is must do Guatapé, don't miss that. You have to go. Paragliding, if you like the adrenaline, if you wanted to do a city tour but in the air, really nice to do, very safe activity. You go on a tandem flight, it's really nice. Commune 13 to know about the conflict of Colombia, but see the reality how they live. So you go with local guys that they born at the community 13 or they are living in there, they are part of the community, and they show you their reality, how they feel to live every day in this place, in these conditions, and what is happening in there. So the idea is that you learn, right? And we have also to the citizens they don't like, but for the foreigners it's
Pablo,
really.
we're gonna talk about Pops.
It's really interesting.
It is interesting. I did it.
The TV put us in a spot where it's not possible to hide information. People is coming just to know about everything related with Pablo Escobar. We know we need to follow the law and do not promote or publish Pablo Escobar name, so we hide it with the not polite to use his name.
What do you say?
Wait. So the law says that you can't use his name?
Yes, you cannot publish or promote his name, like Pablo Escobar name. Pablo Escobar.
Oh, I did not know that.
And so what do you call
this
the tour?
exists since 2017.
What do you call the tour? El Capo?
The not polite to use his name.
Tour?
Tour.
The not polite to use his name tour.
Yeah.
And why do people want to see or go to this do not use?
Why?
Escobar
Because
tour,
they are
yeah.
in their houses. I don't know where in, let's say, Tel Aviv, United States, France, whatever. They are watching the series. They are hoping to come to Medellin to know the places, right? So people already have the attention. What we do is that we show them this story. What happened? How was related Pablo Escobar with that place? But now, 25 years later or more, who are using this place? Who are taking advantage of this place? How get transformed for the society? So it's different. It's like a different focus to see this problem.
But you still take them to his grave, because when I did it, 2011, I went to his grave. I met his brother Roberto.
No.
Okay.
We go to Parque Inflexión. That was before Monaco building.
Okay.
Then we go to the Cathedral Jail. Then there is a monastery a shelter for old people.
Okay.
Then we go down to a soccer field that he built for the community.
Yeah.
And at the end, we go to the cemetery.
So wait. I got a question. I don't mean to cut you on this, but my main question is, you're from, again, you weren't born, you didn't grow up in Medellin.
No.
But technically
Pereira. No, we didn't leave it. No.
But how do you feel? Like, it's your company, right?
Yeah.
And you're because of, maybe if the law didn't say that you can't call it the Pablo Escobar tour, so you call it the name we won't mention or whatever you call it, you would have probably called it the best Pablo Escobar tour in Medellin. Probably.
Before, in 2016, was called the real Pablo Escobar tour.
Your tour. And
after that, it was the don't say his name
but
tour.
That's legally. This legally, they made you say you can't call it the real Pablo Escobar tour. But as a Colombian woman, as a semi-Paisa or whatever you... party girl. I don't know. What do you call it?
Paisa.
Paisa, because you're Paisa. You're obviously profiting off of the name we can't say. Does that make you, what does that make you, personally, I'm talking about as Juliana, I'm not talking about your business or whatever, because you're making money from it. Do you feel like you've changed the focus or what they're focused on, how it's 25 years later or whatever, but do you ever feel like, I'm doing something wrong, or how does that make you feel personally as a
No, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm showing to the people what happened, what was the story, how get transformed, who are using it now.
And by the way, you're like an 85-year-old woman trapped in like a 25-year-old body. So
82.
She's like a fucking 82 years. She went to war.
Yeah.
Right?
I saw Amparo Grisales when she born.
What?
When she was born?
I saw my mother's birth. What? No, but like, okay. What is your take on, like, let's say, okay, wait. So I'm gonna. So are you single right now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're single. There's not I'm not plugging myself in there. I'm just like trying. So you're single right now. You meet this guy. You know, call him an Australian. Call him a German. He's a bigger dude, and he says, he's like, oh man, Pablo Escobar. Blah 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 blah
Hi,
blah 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 blah. How does that make you feel to hear the name Pablo Escobar? Being a Colombian woman, and a guy's like, oh, I'm like, here to fucking Pablo Escobar. Like, what does that make you? What is that? No, but seriously. But like, I'm serious. There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
there's narco tourism.
Yeah.
There's narco tourism. People come here to put on the fucking little hat that Pablo wore, because I put it on. I didn't know anything about that at that time, but I got a photo. We'll throw it up on the screen. I look like ridiculous. I do look ridiculous. I have Pablo Escobar's hat on. And so there's people here coming for narco tourism, and you're like, oh, blah, blah. And the guy's like, oh, you know, what does that make you feel, like, personally?
Well, I don't like when people, that happen with normally with Mexicans or Israeli people that are really fan of this guy. So it's kind of difficult to change what they already have in their minds or what they already think about. And it's difficult also to explain that what they are watching on TV is not 100% real, because TV needs some excitement, some rating, some, you know.
And Pablo was not a Brazilian man. Because that is the worst, man. Hey, by the way, if you guys are watching Narcos Netflix, and you think that that's what Pablo sounded like, it is one of the hardest. I watched Narcos Mexico first.
I did.
And I thought it was amazing. No, but I thought it was amazing. I tried to watch like the original Narcos, like the Colombian Narcos, and this guy has the furthest accent away from a Paisa accent. Literally, he sounds like he's from fucking Rio de Janeiro. I don't even know how to say that.
But he was a Paisa.
Yeah. Who was a Paisa? Pablo was, but not the guy on Netflix. The guy on Netflix is absolutely terrible. That's not how they speak. That's not
I
how
never
they are.
saw this. I don't watch TV for a decade, maybe.
82-year-olds trapped in a 25-year-old's body. That's how I'm starting the introduction to this when I write the description of this episode. So we interviewed a 25-year-old trapped. No, wait.
My best friend is 83. Yeah.
Angie, you want to ask her about that? You want to ask her why that is?
Hot?
Yeah.
If she's a hot 82-year-old, just bring her over.
You see what
in the morning, she sits down under the sun and she's hot.
In the morning, she's hot under the sun.
In the morning with a lot of sun, she's a very hot woman.
She's a very hot woman.
So, obviously, I'm not asking any questions because for me, the whole Pablo Escobar thing is just... I don't.
It's okay. I do understand that.
I mean, I understand your business.
That is like,
and it's your business, and you're educating people, and I totally agree with that. I think that's great. But for me, myself, I've never been on a Pablo Escobar tour. I'll never go. I've never watched Narcos. I've never seen.
Me neither.
Yeah, because we lived that. Literally, the reason why we left Colombia in 1986 was because of the violence, because of the narco wars, because of the paramilitary and the revolution that was happening here, and the armed conflict.
And even you take off like late, because in 1996 we start to travel by road to the coast in Colombia.
Yeah,
so that was the moment that we said, "Oh my God, we're free. We're free of this shit."
Right. So like people like that in my own family that were affected, that died because of that guy. It's like, for me, it's like talking about Hitler. Like, oh, let's go do a Hitler tour.
But they go.
And there are.
In Germany they go, and in Germany they learn.
Let's go do a Hitler tour
from this.
Yeah.
I think the thing is to open your mind. To learn new information, because yes, he caused a lot of trouble, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. I know a lot of people that they don't like to remember they're Colombians because many reasons. Someone died, whatever. But that's over. That's over 25 years ago. That's over. So please construct another story. It's the only thing that is missing in Medellin. Like, look this guy as like everyone is like feeling really bad, you know, when they think about him.
Yeah.
A dumb motherfucker.
And probably in many years, I'm going to have a project that I hope change that mindset in the Paisa local people living in here, because we don't feel the same. We didn't live it, so we don't have the trauma about it.
Right.
But people that living here, growing here, like whatever, or they have to go, they have this in their deep mind. I don't know. And every time that you talk about it, it's like it goes again, right? But that needs to be changed because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
The guy's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Why celebrate?
who is like taking care of it? Like nobody, you know? It's like, it's dead.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
I told
So
these-
now learn about it. So now construct from it. Like, I don't know, be different. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
For me,
Amen.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
kind of different
I like
focus.
that. I like that.
change the script, change the narrative.
Learn from it.
No,
yeah,
but seriously,
learn from it. Yeah,
seriously.
that's it's actually good to do this kind of stuff because people need to learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, but
And
to
it was a
learn, you
big
need
mistake.
to open your mind, because if you are going to learn, like thinking, oh, the guy, yeah, but the guy is like, now what is the guy? Dust.
You
So
are
keep
obviously a
moving.
very intelligent person. I take my hat. Well, I won't take my hat off because you'll see my hair. Okay, I'll take my hat off. You're
see your
honestly.
hair.
You want to touch it? Go ahead. Go ahead. It's fucking silly.
Ooh.
Like a bowling
I
ball.
use
He has hair. He has.
I do. It's like it's there. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. It makes me really like sometimes. But you know, like she's honestly reach out to her tour company. Honestly, I bet that here's the thing, people that watch this show. I'm all about the stories. I'm about the stories. So let's flip this a little bit, Andrew.
Okay.
I'm gonna just ask her, because the first part was about the business people. You know, they want to start a tourism company, blah blah blah. Tell us your most fucked up story. While on a tour, or of a foreigner on a tour, and please, you don't have to use their name. You can call him Jake. Just use the name Jake, and let's tell us the story. What's the most messed up story that you have as a owner / soon to be tour guidess? Here,
But about
why are you
what?
shaking around like that? Just relax. Let's get this. What is the more? I don't know what he's fucking asking me.
Like any memorable story?
Talk about some foreign
Something
shit.
that you'll never
Yeah.
forget, like
Yeah.
maybe the cops stopped you, or maybe someone got in an
nothing to
accident,
do with- yeah,
Fucked
that's
or
up. The most fucked up story.
someone got pregnant.
That happens on
No,
every tour.
for me, something shocking, even though like like shocking to see. It's like people in the grave of Pablo Escobar. Wasn't in my tour, but we were in the tour. Wasn't people from my tour.
Is this the thing that made the news?
Wait, hold on.
No,
Sit,
no.
Just let her talk. We'll see.
Wasn't people from the group of my tour, but was people that was already in the grave of Pablo Escobar. And in there is always a gardener that is putting flowers, cleaning the grave, because it's it's like a family in there, right? With Pablo as the mom, the dad, the maids, the cousins, some of them. So they were already with the guy. He obviously is speaking Spanish. The guys are Mexicans, and they are taking like lines on the grave of Pablo Escobar. So that was their dream coming from Mexico, but for us was like, what the fuck is happening? For me, that was shocking. That was like, for real? For real? You traveled to Medellin to do that?
So that actually happened to it was, remember we saw that stuff.
Yeah, it was an English guy,
yeah.
that did it, and he posted it on Instagram, and then he got deported indefinitely.
His name Shiv.
His name was Shivim.
Shivam.
No, it was some guy. I don't know his name, but anyway, he posted on Instagram. He got deported from the country indefinitely, I think, forever, for doing that.
It's not fun. It's not fun to see. It's like too much.
They should just use a toilet seat.
But that was too much.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, I don't know.
That's too over
You
the
gotta
top.
be careful with where you use your cocaine.
Like, well, first of all, you're doing cocaine in the middle of the day. Usually, like, what are you gonna? Usually,
at an
cocaine
all-nighter,
at
you
a
need to
party,
stay.
I
But it's
understand,
a
but like
grave.
in the middle of the
it's
day at a
like-
It's
graveyard.
Pablo Escobar's grave. It's like if you said, "Let's go do something on." I don't mean to throw him out there because I have nothing personal against him. But if you said, "Let us go to Hitler's grave," for example, I would probably urinate because I would like to pee on the particular grave. What else would I do there? Eat a meal?
But that wasn't desecrating. That there was like almost glorifying. So it's different.
That is true.
It's
There's a bit of
different.
No, yes, of course. The Mexicans were glorifying all the story they were they were asking for, but that's not the way. Anyways, like I think is very disrespectful.
Yeah, that's right.
But what? I don't know. That was
We gotta keep it rolling. 'Cause
People,
what time
people.
is it?
You shoot it. We got 10 minutes. Let's
It's
go.
9:00, 10 minutes. All right, so for the people that are coming down here, obviously you deal with a lot of foreigners. A big question from a lot of the people that follow us and on the internet and the groups that I monitor is dating. That's like a big question. So, first of all,
Get my gin.
let's talk about you and JJ. No, let's not talk about you and
This,
JJ.
so this is a whole segment of this show. We're gonna cut it down.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Let me get my Mandarin. So
Wait a second. I know I'm dipping
let's
my
move
finger in
away
there.
from
I have
tourism.
a fucking mandarina here. You just take that.
So
And
let's
talk
talk about
JJ.
sex tourism.
I'm busy.
Wait. Hey, let's talk about JJ and sex tourism. It's like, yo,
I'm busy.
JJ first.
You're busy
I'm
eating.
busy.
Yeah.
She can't talk now.
I
She can't
cannot
talk
fucking.
now.
I can.
No, but
Go
okay.
ahead.
So, but on the real, people that are coming down here, they want to meet people, right? And most of the, I would say, most of the people that we see here are men.
Mm-hmm.
There are women that come out here too. But for example, as you as a Paisa woman, how do you see foreigners that come out here and the dating scene? Is it something easy for them? Do you ever get exposed to them talking about it? Is it something that is do they ask you about like, oh, what's a good club or whatnot? So what do you feel about that?
Can I repurpose that question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the foreign dudes coming here and hitting on girls and trying to get dates? Like, what's your advice to these guys? What have you seen?
What I feel that's normal in here and wherever in the world they go. Like you are going to, if you're a guy, you're a solo traveler, you want to meet people. Mostly you are going to want to meet girls because, well, I mean, you like girls. So if it's homosexual, he's going for the guys.
Yeah.
But in Medellin, especially. Well, I don't know.
It's the
I
first
think
time
it's.
you've laughed on this podcast. Give it going, girl. I like that. Just
I
keep
think
that.
it's hard for guys
Why?
to not to find girls because they are everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're pretty, like in the 90% of the girls that you see outside, like you are like a fan, right? Like
Yeah.
wow.
Like a fan.
Wow.
No,
right?
it's just
that happens in Medellin. That happens.
Yeah, I know. I've been here 10 years and
And that
you got
happens.
fan neck.
That-
Andrew with
it
the
never
fan neck?
stops. It never stops.
Exactly. So it's difficult for guys because there are a lot of options and good options when we
Physically.
refer to the physical. But then my advice to be careful, maybe to ask a little bit more before to go to the intimacy. Or,
Can you speak?
you know?
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. I've got. Okay, wait. Pretend I got like a 3-year-old.
Well, I mean, Medellin, you can have a lot of trannies, a lot of, and you're not going to know. There are definitely a girl.
So you should ask a lot of questions before
This is the
So-
Juliana I wanted to get to know right now. Let's
So
talk about
when-
that. Let's get back over it.
When I'm talking about it's difficult is because that part is difficult also, right? And they have bad experiences because probably this transsexual guy is working. He's not there for fun or to be in love of someone, right?
Yeah, he's there to work.
So, and that position is dangerous for any guy, even for a girl. So maybe not to be that trust
trusting,
naive.
trustful,
Do not trust that much in someone that you don't know, that you just saw for a couple of hours, but maybe to be intelligent and to ask their correct
use common
questions.
sense, right? Use common sense.
Like, it's easy. It's not that it's easy, but if you try to know a person in some questions, you are going to get a lot of information.
Like what? Give the guys a question to ask. What should the question be?
Okay, normal girls in Paisas. A normal Paisa probably can speak in the same language as you. Normal English. Can communicate, can have the knowledge, went to college, went to whatever, right? Because normally we have a second language. Normally, Colombians go to the university and finish at least one career. And that makes a huge difference, right? You are going to know if that person is at least has the knowledge, at least have the same like.
So you asked them, did you go to university, or what are you asking the girl?
Yeah, it's okay. Go and ask. What degree do you have?
Oh, wait.
Go and investigate what knowledge she has.
Not even the United States or Canada. Anybody goes, did you go to university?
What? But in here is important because then you have a lot of information where she's coming from, where she lives. Well.
But what if she didn't go to?
But a common question.
It's okay. I'm not saying.
But there's
if she
a big
didn't
difference.
study, she's about person, but makes a difference in the way that you are coming in here, like a educated person looking for the same, not looking for something totally different.
But I don't give a shit about education.
Really?
No, really. I don't care. Like
I care.
I
really care what you have in your mind.
No, but wait. It has nothing to do with. And Shiv shouted out sugar daddy. I'd be the worst sugar daddy. I'll be a salt daddy in that motherfucker. They get nothing from me.
For me, cares what you have in your mind, what knowledge you have.
But okay, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Well, in a developing nation, it's very important because it tells you exactly where you come from. For example, Juliana saying that most people here maybe speak a second language. I would disagree with that.
Not most, but if...
Most educated people is what you're saying.
Yeah, most estrato 5 and above. Estrato 5 and above, if you grew up in estrato 5 or above, you probably know a second language or at least can communicate. Yeah, and that's a very, very low percentage of
But
the
I want that they
person.
meet those girls because they are really beautiful, educated, they're entrepreneurs, they have dreams, they have goals, they have everything, not only the pocket of the guys.
Yeah, but that's not...
That's different.
80% of the women. That's a very different woman. But anyway, but what I'm trying to say is.
But they come for the Tinder girl.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna find that girl on Tinder. It's gonna be very difficult to find that girl on Tinder.
You see what I'm like? You got me nervous now. I'm like tapping beats. I'm like,
but to add to what you were saying,
I don't like Tinder girl. Why are you looking at me like that? She's like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, he's never even on Tinder.
I don't hate Tinder.
But the thing that she was saying is that it's very common to ask here, like in the United States, to ask somebody, "What do you do for a living?"
Yeah,
is very taboo. It's like you don't ask that to anybody.
In Canada, they do.
Yeah.
No.
In the United States, if you ask somebody,
how you get to go and have sex with someone and you even don't know what she's doing.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick.
She's living.
Real quick.
With who she's living.
I'm gonna put this here. Because you just used a word called sex. So let's talk about this. Listen. Wait. So
well, let me tell you.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me say it. You. Hey.
What do you think they're coming to have?
Hold on.
Come and marry with the first Colombia, they say?
You are sexy as fuck. But do you have your master's in biology? Because if not, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like these.
I do understand, but what I'm trying to say is there are danger out there. So be careful, ask some questions, blah, blah, blah. No, but I hear a lot of stories.
Gotcha.
So you are asking me about travelers, you are asking me about stories. This is the reality. If you don't want to believe it, don't believe it, but it's like...
But I love, actually, Hey, by the way, I'm not knocking her, yes, I am knocking her perspective. But... it's her perspective, and you know what I think? I think you're defending at this point women like yourself, which are educated women with a lot to offer. And
I don't know. For me, it's like normal person.
Okay, but tell me,
Like a
if
normal
I'm
person.
off, you can tell me. No, it's not a normal person.
Why?
You're
Not
the
in
1%.
Colombia. Well, first of all, we run a charity called Help Colombia.
Yeah.
And we go to all of the neighborhoods that are very, very poor here, which is many.
Okay, that's
That's not a normal person here. A normal person
no, because
here is not-
that's a different.
No,
but that's a
place
different.
of
But
the city.
that's like 70 or 80% of the population. It's not even like I would understand it's like 50%, but when you're talking about 70% of the
Okay, so
population.
come and look for the best of Colombia that
No,
you can have.
yeah,
For
I
the
agree.
best
I
paisa you
agree.
can
No,
have.
but she
I
has a
agree.
great, she has a great point. It depends on.
Yeah.
And I ask you that question.
And guys are gonna
deliberately.
fall into that pitfall.
Why you come for whoever?
No.
Come for something
Honestly,
good.
what I'm saying is, I was joking. I'm not knocking your perspective. It's a very different and great perspective because a lot of people write, particularly to Andrew, less than me, because they're not asking me for dating advice, but they write over to Andrew and they're like, oh well, I wanna find a wife. I'm like, motherfucker, you trying to find a wife or you trying to date? If you're trying to find a wife,
Totally different
then
goals.
that's very different than if you're coming out to have fun. And for those of you watching, then I agree with her. Like there are women here that are educated, entrepreneurs, they've traveled, they've done whatever, but you gotta put in your work. And you also have to be educated, well-traveled, and all of that shit. Don't come out here thinking that you dodge bullets back in NYC, and then you're just gonna come and like roll up on a girl like Juliana. No, but seriously, and be like, well, I got my green card, so therefore, no. There's different calibers. There's different, like me personally, I really don't give a shit if somebody is really educated. If because I've met people that don't have a university degree.
And in the same way, if she is not educated.
No, but not educated. So there's two. It's formal education versus someone that can talk real shit, and I can feel like I connect with you. But that's one perspective. There's a lot of people that need to sit there and talk about Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses, and they need a really educated woman, and that is cool. That's a whole. But Medellin, by the way, and this is
I don't
why.
know. For me, it's more important to talk with someone, whoever it is, doesn't matter, but that I can take something of it.
But you could. Hey, I read this.
It's like if someone is like talking, but it's totally empty. It's like
you could talk to a homeless person that never went to university and learn something.
Emerson said that. Emerson said that.
Surprising here, the homeless people, they're educated. They are just on the streets because the drugs gain the bottle. But in here, I can show you like teachers, people from the radio.
I could show you on Monday. You want to come with me on Monday? We're going to El Centro to give food to the homeless. And I'll show you people that are not educated. Probably 100% of the people that we're going to feed have never even read a book or have teeth because of bazuco.
No, it's okay. We have
read a book or have
all the kind of people in society, and it's important to have them. They are occupied in a space in society that is for sure giving us a piece of information of all the information that we have in the universe. But you don't come as a foreigner to look for the shit. You come as a foreigner to look for the best of the city. Best for the city is also including the best girls that we have, and the best girls that we have is not the girl with the big boobs or the big ass or whatever. No,
I disagree.
It's the girl. It's the girl that if you ask is going to have information of her country, information of her family that is valuable for at least to her, that at least is interesting, But people that doesn't have information for me is not interesting, so I'm not.
Is this a because I feel something coming out because I said I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna.
This is a really sensitive subject, so I don't want to.
But I love
I don't want to talk no more.
But listen to me.
Please, next question.
Listen.
Okay, next question.
No, wait. My last question. If you don't want to answer it,
toilet.
She's got to go to the bathroom.
I'm fine.
Okay. Last question about this.
Thanks.
So I hear like you're obviously passionate about what you're saying right now, right?
Yeah.
Is that because you find that a lot of foreign guys here come to just find the shallow fake breast, fake ass, and they don't give a shit about who that person is? Is that what you feel?
That's what I see.
Respect. That's what I want to get to. That's it. That's what you see. That's what you experience. Because you as an educated woman, right? You have a lot to offer, and I can tell you have a lot to offer. You got heart, you got you're an entrepreneur, whatever. You got everything.
Yeah.
Then you got some dumb motherfuckers, right? Coming
No,
up.
the problem that I see is that when all these travelers, I guess, get used to see this kind of girls that are so easy to access. That they are just for party, that are just for have sex, whatever they want or whatever we want, the other, the friend, the whatever. So what I feel is that all of them are thinking
that
everyone is like that. So someone have the guts to text in an expat group when it's 150 people, go to Pereira and there are more sluts.
But even Colombians say that.
Pereira has
There's a story behind.
That's a stereotype of
Pereira
Colombia.
has a
So
reputation.
it's like saying, man, I don't like how foreigners talk about
Yes,
Colombia
but-
about drugs. But Colombians
if-
are talking about and making novelas
But
about
if
drugs.
that guy is another guy and has another kind of mindset looking for girls, he is not going to have the opportunity to have that opinion of Pereira. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
This is gonna be a mini segment.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
gotta
clip this out, 'cause I love
continue
shit.
this
This is
in
the first.
another-
But seriously, this is the first woman on this show
that has a very vocal opinion.
that vocal opinion
About
and put it
this.
down.
Yeah.
And honestly, respect for that.
Yeah, very good.
Very
Very good.
a lot-
I'm
Okay,
from
so-
Pereira. I'm from Pereira.
Got a lot of respect for that. A lot of respect for that.
Yeah, so, all right, closing questions. What is the future for Top 10 Tours?
Oh, beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, we are continuing with the list of the 10 activities. Soon we are going to change 2 of them. So we are going to have like new products. But also we are starting in a few months 2 new projects. They are not going to be in the list of... No, they are going to be in the list of top 10 tours, at least 1. But they are like kind of separate from top 10 tours.
Okay.
But it's going to be the same company, same quality. We are looking for to have different destinations, but in the same way that we are doing top 10 tours.
Different destinations outside of Medellin or in Medellin?
Outside.
Okay.
Okay.
Outside of Medellin. And so
you're looking
future
to
is
grow.
good.
Grow.
Yeah, we are growing.
That's
so we were planning for 1 year everything, like how it's going to be. We were struggling with the COVID, but tourists is coming again. We are hoping to have Europeans in November, December. So
Nice.
So far we are going good.
And if someone wants to find Top 10 Tours online, how can they find it?
Top 10 tours in Medellin, top 10 tours in Medellin.
Are you guys
We are in there. We are
all social media?
We are Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are slow right now because I don't have a team. I really suck in social networks.
I
I
know.
don't use them at all.
Yeah, it's
This is
terrible.
the first interview I do in my whole life.
That's good. And you're great. You did great.
You did amazing.
You're
Yeah,
confident.
good job.
You're good. I think you did great. Honestly, you did great.
So look up top 10 tours in Medellin if you want to find information.
Yes.
Get Juliana to get you go downhill on a fucking mountain bike.
Yeah.
Juliana, last question. If someone wants to find you on Tinder, how they find you? I'm just kidding.
Just keep swiping. Just fucking swipe. It's just. Is that? I don't
So
know.
I want to thank you for coming on the show, and thank you to all the guests
Yes,
here
thank
today.
you.
It was a fun show. I learned a lot. It was very educational and very fun. I hope to have you again when we can really fight.
I think you are going to have us again with Last Food.
With what?
With Last Food, the application to monetize food waste.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay,
Wow.
okay.
I'm part of-
Wait, talk about that really quick.
Last
Spit that
food.
really
I'm
quick.
part of that project too,
What
and
is that?
it's coming really exciting. It's a digital app to monetize food waste,
Oh, yeah.
literally like that.
Andres Moon was talking to me about that for some reason. I don't know why. but
Okay,
he
maybe
did
he's
mention
the
that.
Andres Luna?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's friend of Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Miguel
telling
is the
me about
creator,
that.
yes.
That's an interesting thing. That's everything's connected in Medellin. Medellin's very small. Thank
Yes.
you guys for joining live. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Make sure to share with your friends. Make sure to invite me to your parties.
Wait. Hey, last. I know this girl's in here trying to like not urinate in her pants on top of our fluffy little
I
thing.
know.
But wait. Does anybody out there have a question for this woman? Or we yes.
She answered everything.
Yes. Okay, yo, pick that mic up. Pick that mic up, Shiv.
Are you a
Pick
tranny?
that mic.
No.
Are you a tranny?
I will say one thing. We work with. I was the owner of a hostel for 4 years. We worked with Juliana many times. And she was amazing. The tour she did were great. She went out of her way for all of our guests all the time. We had nothing but positive reviews. So I would highly recommend, and I'm talking on behalf of thousands of people that enjoyed her tours. So definitely, she's the best. Definitely use her.
Yeah.
Yo, just with that accent you sold me in my panties. I'm done. Thank you.
Wait. She has a question.
Wait,
Lita
Lita,
Candela has a
what you got
I
to
question.
just want to say that you can tell Juliana has experience dealing with difficult gringos because she killed it.
Hey, killed it. Thank you. Hey, no, seriously, as Andrew said, thanks so much for being out here. You people know that if we drink something, wear something, whatever, it's because we highly support the people. We wouldn't have her here if we didn't support her mission and what she's doing. Look her up, follow, whatever. And if you're coming here, you know where to get your tours. And, you know, it's going to be a battle between her and Lita, but they do different things. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Episode number 6.
Thanks a lot.
I gotta pee so bad. Go to the bathroom, go.
Me too.
The bathroom.